I'm here to stay. Eala turns page to Miami Open after Indian Wells run. Speaking before a packed interview room after her 2-6, 0-6 loss to world number 14 Linda Noskova, the 20-year-old Filipina ace said she is leaving the tournament with plenty of lessons learned. Eala is shifting her attention to the Miami Open after an impressive fourth-round finish at the BNP Paribas Open in Indian Wells, California. Speaking before a packed interview room after her 2-6, 0-6 loss to world number 14 Linda Noskova, the 20-year-old Filipina ace said she is leaving the tournament with plenty of lessons learned. I do leave with happiness, Eala said. I think tomorrow I'll be a bit happier than I am now. Of course, the initial feelings after the match are a tough pill to swallow, but I'm in the fourth round of Indian Wells. It's still something I'm really proud of. Seeded 31st in the WTA 1000 event, Eala secured an opening round bye before escaping Diana Yastremska, 7-5, 4-6, 7-5. She prevailed in the round of 32 after world number 4 Coco Gauff retired with an arm injury, 6-2, 2-0, before yielding to Noskova. Eala also competed in the doubles with Iva Jovic, but the Filipino-American duo quickly succumbed to veterans Yelena Ostapenko and Hailey Baptiste, 2-6, 2-6, in the opening round. The Miami Open, which begins on Tuesday, March 17th, holds a special place for Eala as it was where she made her breakthrough on the tour last year. Ranked outside of 130, Eala turned heads by stunning one Grand Slam champion over another, Ostapenko, Madison Keys and Iga Swiatek, before losing to 2024 U.S. Open finalist Jessica Pegula in the semifinal. Miami last year was a beautiful time for me and it was the start of all of this, but since then I've achieved a lot. I've grown, and I've had so many good matches, so many tough lessons and so much experience, Eala said. It doesn't matter if I win the tournament in Miami or if I lose in the first round. I know I'm here to stay, she added. Ranked number 32 entering Indian Wells, Eala is expected to barge into the top 30 by the end of the week with a live ranking of number 28. The official rankings are finalized every Monday once tournaments on the tour calendar are completed. I'm here to stay. Eala turns the page to the Miami Open after her Indian Wells run. The desert winds of Indian Wells have a peculiar way of revealing character. Beneath the blazing California sun, tennis players battle not only opponents across the net but also the whispers of expectation, doubt, and the relentless pursuit of progress. For Eala, the tournament was more than another stop on the tour calendar. It was a proving ground, a moment that hinted at something bigger. When she walked off the court after her final match at Indian Wells, the result mattered, of course. Wins and losses are the currency of professional tennis. But what lingered in the air was a quiet certainty growing within her. She had felt it through every rally, every serve tossed into the sunlit sky, every roar from the stands. I'm here to stay. Those words weren't spoken loudly, but they carried the weight of conviction. The long road to belief. Tennis is often romanticized as a sport of elegance and grace, but the truth is far less glamorous. Behind every crisp backhand and perfectly placed drop shot lies a story of early mornings, aching muscles, and years spent chasing improvement one small step at a time. For Eala, that road began long before the bright lights of big tournaments. It began on courts where the lines were sometimes faded and the heat was unforgiving. It began with dreams that felt enormous for someone so young. Every aspiring athlete carries a quiet question inside. Do I truly belong here? Indian Wells offered Eala an answer. Against seasoned opponents and rising talents alike, she displayed the kind of resilience that can't be faked. There were moments when rallies stretched endlessly, when the momentum threatened to swing away from her. Yet again and again she found a way to reset, to breathe, to focus, and to fight for the next point. That's the invisible side of tennis, the mental game played in the silence between serves. Lessons from the desert. Indian Wells is often called the fifth Grand Slam. The scale, the crowds, the prestige, everything about it reminds players that they're performing on one of the sport's biggest stages. For a young competitor still carving out her place, the environment can feel overwhelming. But Eala approached it differently. Instead of letting the stage intimidate her, she used it as a classroom. Each match revealed something new about her game. One day it was the patience required to construct points carefully. Another day it was the importance of trusting her instincts when the pressure mounted. There were mistakes, naturally. Tennis is a sport that magnifies every error. A mistimed forehand can swing an entire match. Yet growth often hides within those mistakes. Between matches, Eala and her team analyzed every detail: the footwork, the shot selection, the subtle shifts in rhythm that separate good players from great ones. Improvement in tennis rarely arrives in dramatic leaps. More often, it appears as small adjustments that accumulate until suddenly everything feels sharper. Indian Wells became a week of accumulation. Turning the page. The life of a professional tennis player moves quickly. One tournament ends, and almost immediately the next begins. There is little time to dwell on what could have been. That rhythm suits Eala perfectly. As she packed her bags and prepared for the Miami Open, the atmosphere changed from reflection to anticipation. Miami, with its vibrant energy and coastal breeze, offers a stark contrast to the quiet intensity of the desert. But for Eala, the destination mattered less than the momentum she carried. The Indian Wells run wasn't just about results, it was about affirmation. It confirmed that the countless hours of preparation were shaping something real. The skills she had honed were beginning to translate onto the sport's biggest stages. And confidence in tennis is powerful. A confident player steps into the court differently. The swing becomes freer, the footwork quicker, the decisions clearer. Most importantly, the belief spreads. The weight of expectation. With success comes attention. Fans begin to watch more closely. Commentators start to speak about potential. Headlines begin to ask bigger questions. Can she go further? Is this the start of something special? Expectation is a double-edged sword. It can inspire greatness, but it can also burden a young athlete with pressure. Eala understands this balance. Rather than focusing on the noise surrounding her, she has learned to narrow her world to what truly matters: the court, the next point, the next challenge. Tennis rewards that kind of focus. It punishes distraction. Her philosophy is simple: progress over perfection. Every match is an opportunity to refine something: a serve percentage, a defensive movement, a tactical choice. By concentrating on the process rather than the outcome, she shields herself from the unpredictable nature of results. That mindset will be crucial in Miami. The Miami stage. The Miami Open carries a unique atmosphere in the tennis world. The crowds are passionate and diverse, the setting electric. Players often describe it as one of the most vibrant stops on the tour. For Eala, stepping onto those courts represents another chapter in a story still being written. She arrives not as an outsider hoping to surprise the field, but as a